Hello guys, once again it's Matt, and today we have another video. Thank you all the members, all the patrons. Make sure to subscribe. We are trying to hit 50,000 subscribers until the end of the year. Help me out there and let's go guys. So today we are flying out the Tornado ADV for the Italian tech tree. If you don't know, it's kind of a forgotten aircraft, and I will be doing another video of another forgotten aircraft, which is the Su-22M4. Both of these nobody's talking about, which is quite funny because there is two aircraft that a lot of people were waiting for, actually. And yeah, but let's talk about the Tornado. I mean, what else is there to say? It's a Tornado ADV. That's pretty much it. That's probably why people are not doing a lot of videos on it. It got only one change, but the normal F3 of the UK line as well got that change, which is the new Raider. It actually uses the Stage 2 Raider, not the Type W anymore, which is a 1990s version of the Fox Hunter Raider, which is pretty cool. And it's probably a preparation for when maybe Fox 3 missiles come and stuff. I don't think the Italians ever used Fox 3 missiles in this, but I know that the UK did use. So yeah, very cool. But everything else is basically the same. I don't feel any other differences, you know, any like maybe turning more or anything like that, aerodynamic wise. I mean, it's just basically the same aircraft. And it is a difficult aircraft to fly. I'm not gonna lie, it is a very, very difficult aircraft to fly, especially when you are stock. But I don't know, it has a way of playing that if you are lucky a little bit, you will get some kills. And what way is that? Well, it's kind of like a surprise attack kind of situation. Remember, this aircraft is actually an interceptor, so try to use it as one. The principle about interceptors is that they are normally fast and normally are made to go, attack your missiles, and then RTB, right? So kind of use that line of thinking. Go out there, try to use your missiles, and keep your engines on afterburner and just run away. You know, that's the right strategy in an aircraft like this. It doesn't have a particularly good acceleration or anything like that, but you can maintain a fairly good speed, you know, very similar to other aircraft. If the target really wants, you will be able to actually get you eventually, you know, in the speed, but you do have a little bit of speed, and if you maintain the speed throughout the flight, you will make sure that you get rewarded by it, you know. While everybody is in fourballs turning and stuff, you know, you will be able to maintain a good speed and just have an overall good line of attack to other targets, okay? So that's pretty much it. Just attack as it was kind of a surprise attack kind of situation. Every single game, every single match, every single type of attack. Don't try to dogfight with this thing. If you haven't had the experience on it, just don't try to dogfight. It really is hard to dogfight on it, and it's barely doable, to be honest. Use your flares. I mean, it's one of your main features. You have a lot of flares, something that other aircraft don't have it. You know, the only aircraft that you will be facing that have this amount of flares is probably the F-14B. So use the flares, use the chaff. Really use them. You have, if you are fully upgraded, you have, I don't know how many, but it's like 300, 200, something crazy like that, because it has the ball system, right, the BOL. So yeah, very, very interesting. But as you see, if you have a proper team helping you out a little bit, if you have the proper, you know, line of thinking on attacking targets, you can get a lot of kills, and you just have to have those things in mind and be concentrated. It's not a very easy aircraft to fly. Basically, all the aircraft that you'll be facing are more advanced than yours, in the sense that they are better overall, just due to the fact that this aircraft is an 11.3, but it gets a lot of up tiers, But as you see, a lot of people just don't focus on you, as you see right there, because you are just a Tornado ADV. Nobody kind of sees you as a threat. So use that as an advantage. It's the main advantage of this aircraft. It's the way that it flies, even though it's the main problem of it at the same time, you know. Nobody kind of cares too much about it, and nobody kind of, like, everybody just underestimate it. At the end of the day, you still have 4 A9s, A9Ls, which are very good missiles, one of the best in the game. You still have 4 very good Sky Flashes. They're not the greatest thing ever for BVR. I would not advise you guys to actually just fly high with this thing. I mean, the Sky Flash can, the Super Temp, I mean, it can do BVR shots, and eventually you will get 1 or 2 kills, eventually, like, from more than 30 kilometers, but you cannot shoot them from further away than 40 because of the Seeker Head. And, I mean, even at 30 kilometers, it still has less energy than AIM-7F and AIM-7M, so it's not a very good BVR weapon, but at closer ranges, like up to 15 kilometers or so, it's a very, very honorable, missile. And this radar is nothing shy of good. It's not the greatest radar in the game, but it really is a reliable radar. You don't have a medium PRF mode. You have to use the normal non-pulse Doppler for that. So you need to be careful with notching and stuff. You will lose a lot of radar locks and stuff using the HDN or the high PRFs, right? So use just the normal medium PRFs a lot. It's a kind of a multi-mode radar, so you can change it up between the modes. But yeah, as you see, an ace with a Tornado ADV. I'm not gonna lie, I had like 3 matches before this one that I just completely die without doing anything. And this will be the way that you will see the majority of the games with this aircraft. But if you do things correctly, you will get some kills, and if you have a little bit of luck, like people ignoring you or anything like that, you will be able to just have the open space to dominate. Not really dominate, but you will be able to do a lot of things. Remember, in a 1v1, man, almost any aircraft can beat you in a dogfight. So yeah, I mean, 6 kills, very good against F-16s, against F-14s, against, very advanced aircraft. So you will see this happening once in a while, and down tiers, it's problematic. You will not see a lot of them. You will see a lot of F4s and stuff, but it's just the way that everything is with top tier right now. But normally you will barely see any down tiers, so don't expect to fight 10.3s or anything like that, at least on my experience with this aircraft. If you get those BRs, if you notice that you are in a 10.3 BR, I didn't manage to get in any battles like that, but if you do, then I would advise you guys to actually use it as intended, as a high altitude interceptor, in the sense of just climb, try to get people by surprise with BVR. Not a lot of people know that BVR is a thing and those BRs, so yeah, use that as an advantage, because even the 10.3s can beat you to the ground in a dogfight. So I cannot stress you enough, don't do dogfights with this thing. Just really don't do dogfights. Do like this. Pass it over the battlefield, in the middle of the battlefield. Try to get people by surprise, people that are not paying attention to you. Get people that are flying higher than you. For example, here, it's a perfect example that I would have just died if I wasn't flying low, for example, and that's the beauty of flying low with this aircraft. I locked the target there. I knew that it was going to hit, and I just maintained the lock and fly close to the ground. Missile is coming to me, and it passed it right next to me. So if I wasn't flying low enough for the radar to just get overwhelmed by the ground clutter, I would have just died as well, So as you see, I fired the missile way before the AIM-7F, even though yes, there is a factor of me being in a lower altitude, but still, AIM-7Fs have a lot of more energy than your missiles. I'm not gonna even mention the R-27s and stuff. So yeah, just be careful with the BVR. It feels like this aircraft is very good at it, but it has these problems with it. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe, and I see you guys on the next one. Bye guys.